Story. Hey, look, we're on a bus. We're on a bus, yo. It's like awesome. We need a vocoder. Sing about it. So I want to thank our guests here today. I have Ben Manoochehri on my left. I have Katya Duft and Sabrina Cognata on my right here. And I think this is this looks like a 302 bus because it's very clean and spacious. It's actually a very nice looking bus.
It's a Metro Gold Line, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's not a train. Maybe it is a Gold Line, actually. No, Gold. Is it a Gold Line? Oh, producer says it's a Gold Line. And interesting. So we're on a train. Yeah, no wonder. I love the Gold Line. I actually always end my emails with "May all your commutes be as pleasant as the Gold Line." Now we're rising and elevating. It's so weird. That feels nice.
Yeah.
that tickled. Anyway, I want to thank you for your Thanksgiving outfit.
Oh yeah, that's
for a
what,
show.
yeah, that's
very
what
special. Makes it feel like we're a very classy show.
Oh yeah, of course.
And of course, my T-shirt has holes in the collar. One thing that you were talking about, which I found very interesting, was the whole getting on the bus for free. I've gotten on the bus free a billion times. The bus, the train. I remember when the train first opened, and they used the honor system.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have turnstiles yet, and they would just say like, "Please pay," and we'll just assume that you paid. And of course, no one paid.
No one paid.
And
my mom actually never paid up for the Gold Line ever.
Yeah,
really? She would never do it.
The honor system is bullshit. It's like sex. I was like, I'll blow you. You just get me next time. Nobody ever gets you next time. I'm like, guess what, city of Los Angeles? You fucking dumb. You dumb again. Girl.
I love
this city has no honor.
No honor.
It's like, so I actually got a free ride today on the way here. I was at Western Ave on Wilshire, and the 720, which takes us to Boyle Heights, where Dromebox Labs is, where we filmed this show, it actually skipped my stop and went across the street because it was rush hour, and they wanted to not have the horde of people trying to squeeze onto the packed bus. But I ran across the street. I didn't run. I kind of fast limped because I can't run with my knee right now. But I got across the street and the door was open. No one went with me, like from the other side. They just all waited. So I just jumped in the back, and I didn't bother paying because I was like, dude, you made me fast limp. You lose out on that tap. You don't get credit for that.
Ugh.
Yeah, suck it. And,
Fuck yeah.
But I love the free rides. I figure we deserve a few free rides anyhow for all the times they pass us, or when we don't have a place to sit.
Sure.
Or when they're so fucking late, it doesn't matter because you have to fucking give up on your life because you ain't never getting there.
There's 3 buses in a row back to back. You're like, what happened, guys? What?
Oh, we had an accident. Sorry.
It's the caravan.
That first boyfriend you ever had where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, fucking go to New York and figure it out.
Just be like, okay, just flip them over. Go to New York and figure it out.
Yeah, go fucking figure it out somewhere else and come back here and do it right.
That's
if you
fine.
don't know what you're doing, stop doing it. Go somewhere. Have them teach it to you. This is for all things, probably drugs and sex things, but you can talk about this type of things on the bus.
They do talk about it on the bus, on their cell phone.
I know.
Really loud.
Oh, yeah, of
Even
course.
I don't do that. I'm just like, you gotta call me later, dude.
You know what I like to do when they do that is you take your SoundCloud and put on country music or something, and then it makes it look like they're listening to country music, and that's really embarrassing for high school kids.
Oh yeah. Love it.
No one wants to be associated with country music. And another big thing that happened this week was the incidents with a couple of terrorist attacks. And whenever I think of terrorist attacks, especially when I saw what happened in the clubs in Paris, that strikes home because I spend a lot of time in clubs, but also a lot of time in the Middle East, you see the buses or where they go after because it's a soft target with a lot of people. And and that's what Speed was about. The killer movie. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But
Speed was anti-terrorist. You're right. That's right. It was an anti-terrorism PSA. You're absolutely.
Well, plus they blow up.
There's a bomb on the bus! I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
How the fuck else can it be?
They blow up a bus, a train, no train. They blow up a bus, they blow up they destroy a train, they blow up a plane, they trash a Porsche.
And Ed Harris's head.
Yeah.
Just comes right off. Isn't it a terrorist, right?
No, it's Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper, sorry. His head comes right off.
Yeah, and at the catchphrase, like you're in the middle of the fight and you go, yeah, I am smarter than, and then he gets decapitated. And which I thought that was kind of a bad ending. That was the one part I didn't like, the pop quiz. You know,
I love that shit. Every now and then, whenever I walk in on somebody who's naked or doing something weird, I'm like, pop quiz, asshole. And they're like, no, don't do this to me. I'm like, I'm doing this to you. Why is your dick out right now?
See, I think that I would be comfortable with you being on the bus, filling that Sandra Bullock.
Oh
wall.
yeah, I would be like, fuck. I'm a person that's really good under pressure. I'd be like, we're gonna die, and I'm in charge of our deaths. Let's do this, fucking kumbaya, motherfuckers.
Well, you gotta go straight forward when you're marching to your death. You know, you can't stop to think about it.
I'm not a pussy. I will go 100% in. I'd be like, this is it, guys.
I mean, it's like really weird. Like I used to always dream like if the terrorist was on there, I would just dive and take him and go, no, this is my country, my bus, and I'd just like tackle him and take him out. But now, like, you know, I'm getting older, and I was thinking like, oh, now I gotta stretch in my seat, get ready just in case. It's a lot of work.
You know, I'm always on drugs on the bus, so if it did happen, I'd be like, I'm gonna drive us. I'd be like, fuck, we're all fucking fuck. I'm gonna drive us into the wall. Shit. That's the best part about the bus. If you get fucked up, you're just like, I'm on the bus now. Like, I went on the fucking 210 once, and I like went to the end. That's a long, far way to get to the end, motherfuckers. I was like, no. Oh yeah. I was like zoned. I just went to a different place. Which place? Who knows? I can't even remember what drug it was. I just remember like realizing that I get off, and I'm like, whoa, I shouldn't be here right now.
I remember one time I took a Klonopin.
That's exactly. Mine was a Xanax. I like fucking drugged myself and had little bottles of booze where I'm like drinking it like a fucking hobo on the bus. I'm like, motherfucker, let's do this.
I had like a toothache, and so my friend goes, here, take a Klonopin.
Because it'll make you forget that you have pain.
And he's like, when you get home. And I'm like, oh, come on, I'm not a rookie. And I end up waking up in Commerce Center or something.
That's exactly. I'm like,
East
why
LA.
would I
I
be
never
here?
want to wake up in Commerce.
One of those places I've never been before.
I've done
where
that a
you're
couple of times.
like, oh, so this is
Trailblazer.
Commerce. Neat. How do I get home from here?
Stuck.
You
And,
fuck, bro.
But you can totally smell weed on the bus.
All
and
the time.
train. All
Always.
the time. I've seen people light up on the train before.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely
Sometimes
in the subway stop.
I've smelled weed so much that I'm like, did I just smoke weed? Like, did I somehow smoke weed and forgot?
I've had times before, like, I remember one time when I first wore my Howard Stern thing, actually, because it was in my Howard Stern notes from that horrible day when I didn't make any money or get any pictures, but I had some sick weed.
Yeah.
And I opened up my bag. I think I had to open it to get my little Howard Stern glasses out or something, and all of a sudden it's just like, hello, you know, sour diesel.
I one time sat behind a person who was rolling a joint, and I was like, hey, where are you getting off this bus? Like, I feel like I have earned the right to smoke this with you. Also, you look like a foot, and I do not, so if we're going by the law of averages, that's my joint, thank you.
I actually have had times where I'll be at the bus stop and you know someone's smoking a joint, you smell it, and you're just like,
He's a cool
try to
person.
hit,
That's the stoner that
please.
my sister is. She'll, like last night we were just out, and some like hobo. I'm like, that's a hobo, and she's like, sometimes you gotta smoke out a hobo, and I'm like, fuck, Gia, we just got foot and mouth disease.
That's funny. That's a good philosophy, though.
It's, you know, it comes around, man. I've been like so poor with her where we're like rubbing two pennies together, and some dudes walk by and they're smoking weed, and we're like, wait, let's smoke with you, and they're like, here's some weed for you too, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I didn't believe in God until this moment. Free drug moments when you need them, or when you're like, there could maybe be a God.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like,
Oh, my worst experience with substance on the bus. Oh, it was so
Yes.
nasty. Okay, a man in front of me was drinking beer, but kind of like quietly, but the driver saw it and he started like looking at him. And I'm like, hey, do you know you're not supposed to drink? You might get a fine of $250. He turns around to me and says, who fucking cares? Oh, shit!
was that Belch or Vomit?
Belt.
Okay, that's awesome.
Massive and stinky. Oh, so I like ran to the back. I was like, ew, I was just trying to warn him, and look what I got for her. That was a mess.
Why is he drinking in the front of the bus? You're supposed to drink back here in the back of the bus.
No, he was kind of on a short side, so maybe he thought that the driver wouldn't see him because he was almost
No way, man.
covered
When
up.
you start crossing lines of decency, things like the bus driver seeing you, it doesn't fucking matter. You're just like, guess what I'm gonna do? Get off the fucking bus if they throw me off the bus and finish my fucking beer and get on another fucking
There
bus.
was a man on the 4 bus one time in the back.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Oh yeah, and he was. This is my favorite thing. He was drinking a whole. He drank a whole like 40 ounce. Like he just drank the whole thing like in one gulp. And then he sat there, and about 5 minutes later, he just peed his pants all the way out. And I was sitting there, and I was like, I thought, oh, he must just be spilling his beer. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I
innocent.
was like, oh well.
This is like that Buck Ball story where he gets on the bus and the fucking hobos are drinking hand sanitizer and he's like, time to go to hell. I'm like, what the fuck? You're the craziest motherfucker I know.
Yep.
That's funny.
Back to the bus.
Yeah, I've never actually, I don't think I've ever drank on the bus before. I've definitely been drunk on the bus before. I remember one.
I've definitely had a road cup on the bus.
Oh,
Where I'm just like, fuck it, what are you gonna do? Like, I look like an affluent white lady. You gonna
red
let
cup.
me? Yeah, I'm like, what's up, bitch? And after I'm like, just play the odds. Like, if they're like, what is that? I'm like, you want a sip? You're driving. You're like, fuck it. I'm just gonna call the police on you, even if you try to get me in trouble. I'm like, motherfucker, drink to drink. What you
That's
gonna
smart.
do? Yeah, you know, I'm like
Turn it
really
back.
always looking for a fight somewhere. I'm like, hi.
That's funny. I remember one time I was riding home on the 217 to catch the 16 because it was really late at night coming back from the Echo, back when they used to, Dewar's Scotch for a while was trying to make Scotch the hipster drink of choice. So they were giving out $1, $2 Scotch drinks, Dewar's drinks at the Echo and Spaceland. And so I would get shit-faced. And because it's $2, I'd have like 7 of them. And like I'm riding home on the bus, and I have one of those cheap lighters that they give away at the head shops, you know, the rectangular ones.
Plasticky ones.
Yeah, and it's in my back pocket, and I guess it blows up in my pocket, and I'm like, what the? Oh my God, what was that? And then for some reason I thought I blew my ass cheek off. Or like half my ass, because I was kind of drunk and dramatic, you know, I was in that stage. And
Poor
I'm like,
Scott,
oh my
he blowed
God,
his ass
I
off.
just
Poor
blew my
area
ass
man
off.
blew his ass off today.
Riding Metro bus.
And I was really upset. And then finally I was like, well, that'll teach you. You know, don't get drunk and put the lighter in your back pocket. And now you're just gonna have to learn to get by in life with one ass cheek. And yeah, and somehow I'd, like, in the course of getting from like Melrose to like 3rd, like, because it blew up around Melrose, by the time I got to 3rd, I'd accepted it.
You were like zen about it. You're like, I only have
You
one
went
ass
through
cheek.
7 stages of death, and then like grief and anger.
No more assless chat for Scotch rolls.
A 3-legged dog.
One ass chaps for Scott.
Because I'd reached in my pocket and I thought it was blood,
yeah.
but it was the lighter fluid, the butane had spilled out. And then after I realized it was just the butane, yeah, it's just like, oh, thank God I have 2 butt cheeks again. And I've treasured it.
I'll tell you, every time I've ever been wasted
Treasured
on the
both of
bus is when a guy thinks it's like a real good idea to deal with me, and I'm like, no. I'm just drunk. I ain't crazy. You look ugly. Go away. And then it always turns into something where I'm like, I'll stare you down. And then I realize that they're taking it as a come on. I'm like, I won't stare you down. I'm going to look to the side. And then they're like sitting next to me and trying to talk. And I'm just like, I don't speak English. But in perfect English, because it's very confusing to people. And they'll be like, what? And then if I get off the bus, sometimes they'll get off the bus and be like, I want to talk to you. And then I just start screaming. I've learned that the best thing to do is just start scream yelling at somebody. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Like, you're the crazy person, because you probably are if you're me. And then they either run away or they try to marry you, and that's a whole other story.
That was really creepy about the dude following you in a Porsche.
Dude.
I mean, he must have literally followed the bus.
I had being a woman on the bus is like some of the creepiest shit you can fucking deal with, because it's like a free-for-all where somebody gets to like sit on you. I'm like, you smell like a butthole. You can't be sitting this close to me, because then I smell like a butthole.
I do worry a lot when I get on a bus and there's a lady sitting next to me, and I sit, and if she immediately goes and like turns, I'm like, oh shit, what did I? And I go, oh my God, and I look, I'm like, am I smelly? Am I creepy? What is it? What am I doing? And I'm just like, no, I think it's just the reflex
It is the
of
reflex,
like anyone
yeah.
sitting next to you.
Especially if you've ever been assaulted on the bus. The first thing you want to do is like get away from whoever it
Right,
is.
right.
Like, I'm that person, if like I have an extra seat, I'll like look for a woman that looks like a normal smelling person and be like, do you want to sit next to me? Otherwise I'm going to try to ward off everybody with my bag until somebody who looks like they won't either talk to me or smell on me comes by.
But what I always recommend if you don't want guys to sit next to you is don't act crazy, don't act mean, act like you have the flu.
I don't act like anything. I just keep sunglasses on and my earbuds in,
Yeah.
and usually I'm wearing a hat, and I'm trying to, like, if I leave my burqa at home, I like to bring a different burqa and just cover up as much skin as possible, because my body is out there, and it is very bad for everybody.
Plus, you don't want anything touching the bus seat.
I'm like, oh, I got AIDS from the fucking LA Metro bus, motherfuckers.
I always figured someday I would get the penicillin-resistant TV on the bus.
That's where
You know
would
what
get
you should be mostly afraid of is what's
Staph.
that? Yeah,
MRSA.
you don't want MRSA, dude. And the bus is a place where you're gonna get MRSA.
Yeah,
Like you don't
or
want to
bed bugs.
MRSA yourself in that shit.
Yeah.
Always keep your skins covered when you on the bus.
Yeah, and
favorite-
never cry on the bus, because then you want to
Oh
wipe
shit!
your eyes.
I've done some crying on the bus too, but now I'm just gonna be like crying, like white girl crying, where they just let the tears go and
Yeah.
hope that somebody offers me money to stop crying, because
Just
that's what
go
my
like
dad used
this.
to do.
Really? Your
Oh,
dad would
yeah.
offer you money?
He's old school Sicilian.
My dad would offer me insults.
No, my mom would offer insults, but my dad's like old school Sicilian. He'd be like, how much is it going to take to stop this? And I'm like, I don't know. I could cry for a long time while I lay on the floor and weep and tell you, I don't know why you don't love me, which isn't true, but it really hurts when somebody says that to you and they give you money.
Okay. Awesome. Well, anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming down to Boyle Heights to be on webisode number 3 of Busted Los Angeles. One more time, I want to thank our guests from Sabrina Cognata, Katya Duft, Ben Manoochehri. My name's Scott Schultz, and I'm the host. And if you want to follow Busted, you can go online to www.bustedlosangeles.com. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other things that are coming up that I don't even know about yet. Thanks a lot, and remember, be careful when you're out there commuting, and please respect the crosswalks. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, the gold line, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, the red line, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, another one rides the bus, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, we don't have music, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like the Beatles, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Missy Wyland, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.